going into my senior year, I got diagnosed with ulcerative colitis when I was 21 years old. I was working an internship in New York City. I was living at home with my parents in New Jersey and started developing this blood in my stool when I would go to the bathroom. And, like a lot of people that get UC, I just didn't really say anything. I was a little bit embarrassed about it and just young and dumb. And by the end of that summer, over the course of 3 months, I was going to the bathroom 20 to 30 times a day. So ended up in the hospital, got a colonoscopy, got diagnosed with colitis. And with that diagnosis, I was told that I was going to be on the biologic Remicade for the rest of my life. And then also Lialda, and then I was on a dosage of prednisone for some time. So, at that point, I really wasn't thinking about diet and lifestyle at all. I was just thinking that I was going to be dependent on this medication. And, I really fell into that category of being fit, but unhealthy. So like I was playing college baseball, I was in good shape, aesthetically, good muscle tone, but just really was not taking care of myself. I was drinking too much. I wasn't sleeping enough. I was eating a lot of fried processed food. I was chronically stressed out, putting way too much pressure on myself with baseball. So like looking back now, it makes perfect sense as to like why I contracted something like that. And I would say everything changed for me in 2019 when I came across Dr. Baker on Joe Rogan's podcast for the first time. And he was talking about, all these patients that had these incurable autoimmune conditions that were curing it by eating an animal-based carnivore diet. And then the other interesting thing, Dr. Chafee, is I started seeing all these people on Reddit that were talking about curing their Crohn's, colitis, IBS through a carnivore diet. So, from my perspective, if there was anything that I could do to get off of this medication that was costing me $50,000 an infusion every 8 weeks, like I was willing to try it at that point. So like you think about the cost for me with the medical system, and I think there's over like 1 million people with Crohn's, colitis, IBS nationwide. So you can do the math on how much that adds up. But I'm not kidding. I remember very vividly within the first 7 days of doing this diet, I had gone down immediately to like 1 to 2 bowel movements a day. That's all it took, was about a week. So for me, that was really like the first indication of, wow, like controlling my dietary inputs and my lifestyle has a massive implications on my GI health, my quality of life. My skin got healthier. My lifts in the gym went way up. My anxiety went away. Mental mood went great. And then since then, I've just kind of refined it over time. And then, when you have ulcerative colitis, you're supposed to get a colonoscopy every 2 years just to make sure, you don't have colon cancer and you don't have an inflammation or any flare-ups. And so in 2021, all my inflammation went away, all my microinflammation went away, and I've been off Remicade for over a year and feel fantastic. So I think a lot of our goal with what we're doing at the Meat Mafia is to try and talk to what's kind of gone wrong with our food system and how we can control our dietary inputs to make us healthier overall as a society